start by what we saw yesterday. So first of all, I will try to get below the lever. Let me push you forward. Okay. Okay, and we come with me. And I push upwards. In this case, there's some rebound, but I think it's more from the lever as such. I don't feel elasticity in the suspensory system. So let's see triangular. Okay, there's tension in the right triangular, and the left triangular is much better. Okay, so on the right side, his right triangular ligament is a little bit tight. Okay, so now I will go for the lesser curvature of the stomach. Okay, here it is. Let me bend you forward a little bit. Okay. Straighten up a little bit. Okay. It's not super elastic either. Let's see the lesser momentum. Okay, lower border of the lever on the right side, lesser curvature of the stomach on the left side. Okay, there's some tension on the lever side. There, you feel it? On the left side is better. So what I felt when I was pulling from the stomach downwards, I think it was this tension. Has more to do with the fascial attachments of the liver, probably, than with the stomach ones. So what I could also do, and it's not on the script, I could go and look, because it is somewhere, I think it's when we see the stomach, so I will try to grab the stomach. The stomach shouldn't go lower than the 10th ribs, but if there's ptosis, it might go even up to the iliac fossa. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pull from the stomach to the right to test gastrosplenic momentum. There's some tension there as well. Okay. So now let's see the root for the transverse column. Okay, reference for us is the 10th rib. Okay? That's the line from one 10th rib to the other is more or less the height of the transverse column. But the transverse column can vary a lot from one individual to another. There's people who have a very horizontal transverse column and others who have a very long transverse column. But what we want to test is the root, which will be always attached at the height of the angles of the flexures. So in the line between the 10th ribs, I will go deep. Okay, here I am. Come a little bit with me. Okay, good. And I will test the root. There's some restriction in his case, okay? There's a restriction in the root of the transverse column. And I have not seen him from the front, but you see the lines? That's why I'm finding tensions, because there is tension. Okay, and when you get in, you can even feel like, okay, sit down please. So, Next one. The root for the small intestine, the root of the mesentery. I will look first of all for the umbilicus, okay? And I will try to grab the whole small intestine. Look, the orientation of this root is higher on the left and lower on the right, okay? It goes from the transverse process of L2 on the left to more or less the transverse process of L3 on the right, or L4 even, okay? More or less. So it has an oblique orientation. So I will try to grab a little bit the small intestine as a whole and get inside, and there's a lot of tension here, okay? So I move with my body, not really with my hands, and I try to pull upwards, and I move him in rotation style, and there's a lot of tension, okay? He has a lot of tension in the posterior parietal wall in general. Do you have low back pain?
Yeah.
And it gets better with exercise, right? Yeah, but then it comes back.
Mm.
That's very typical, okay? Next one, root of sigmoid colon. So we did 3 yesterday, and today we're adding up other 3 because there will be others, but very easy, okay? Root of the sigmoid mesocolon. I need to get inside left iliac fossa, because what I want to do is grab sigmoid colon and lift. Oh, there are additions. There's additions. It's painful, right?
Not so much.
Not so much, okay, but I feel it here. Okay, relax, come a little bit with me. Okay, there's a lot of tension. I feel as if there was a cord or something, okay? Okay, so let's practice.